folks. This is Rose from Rose's Garden, and today we are going to open up our new bead box bargains. Now, excuse me. Now, I have slit the top, but I haven't pulled anything out, so we'll do that here in just a second. I was really surprised when this came yesterday because I had just got the notification that it was mailed yesterday, and then it was in the mailbox. So I was like, oh, well, okay. So let's pull this out. I also have a box here. Whoops, my trash bag is not open. Let's get it open so we can put our trash in. There we go. And I have a box for putting the pieces in. Yay. And we'll do that, of course. Hey, Beth. As soon as we start opening this up. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly, so good to see you have your channel going now. For those who don't know, Kimberly has started a YouTube channel, and it's called My Beaded Bliss. If anybody wants to check it out, she's got her first video up today, and it's an unboxing of all kinds of her orders. So, and the last one she opens is her Thunder Horse Descendant order, which, if you'll recall, I opened mine yesterday, and it had some really beautiful beads in it. She had got some of the same ones that I did. And we also have Brandy Michelle Designs on. She also has a YouTube channel. So those are two other channels you can check out if you haven't ever seen them. I would certainly advise you to go over and see those. Hi, Beth. Hi, Tina. The other channels I would advise watching, if you don't already do so, would be Randy Brown's Thunder Horse Descendant. And she's been going for quite a few years. She actually is who helped me get my channel started. So she is definitely a wonderful designer and a really fun person. The other person you can check out is Heather Aston on TT's Trinkets and Treasures. She has a lovely videos that she does, are the Beading Besties, which I have been a guest on twice now, on Sunday evenings. And she also has a live sale on every other Wednesday evening. So lots of fun stuff. And if you are not into, if you have always wanted to try to make men's jewelry, she had a big, huge 28 days of making men's jewelry challenge that she just finished on Father's Day. So that was quite a few wonderful leather pieces in there. It's something if you don't make haven't made men's jewelry but would like to, there you go. That's definitely a series to check out. So anyway, oh, that's true. I almost forgot her. Beth reminded me of Maisha's sapphire blue. I'm not sure. Does sapphire blue have designs or creations at the back of it? Because it's very important to have all the information when you're looking for a channel. But that is Maisha Jackson's channel, Sapphire Blue. And she is another wonderful designer that you can check out. She was the guest on Beading Besties this last Sunday. Well, no, Sunday before this last one. So if you want to check out, just get a little information about Maisha, Beading Besties is a great place to check it out. So anyway, there are some of my favorite creators that I like to watch. So if you haven't checked them out, by all means do so. Like I say, Kimberly's channel is brand new. She just has her first video up of unboxing a lot of wonderful, fun creations and beads. And that, again, is My Beaded Bliss. So, Studio, Blue Sapphire Studio. So definitely you do need the studio at the end to find it. It's very tricky sometimes finding a YouTube channel if you don't have all of the proper. When I tried to find sapphire blue, I was spelling it like sapphire, S-A-P-P, but she spells it S-A-F-F. So that is one thing you need to think about when you are looking for her channel. So anyway, lovely, fun creators, and I hope you'll check those guys out. So because I think they're really well worth a look. See, and there you go. Now, Brandy Michelle Designs is the one who gave me all the other beads that we were looking at yesterday, all the wonderful fun odds and things that I really loved. Some of them. I did get my seed beads and my bugle beads all separated, by the way. Ah, okay, Anita, that's cool. So anyway, that's some of my ones I like to watch. Like I said, Brandy Brown usually does lives now. She just moved, so she used to do recorded videos also, but she hasn't been doing any for a while because she recently moved and she still is not all settled. And she's had a lot of things going on in her life this year. So how is my knee? My knee is doing pretty good. It peeled, the skin peeled all around it the other day and just freaked me out because it just looked horrid. But most of that has peeled off now, so it doesn't look bad anymore. I'm walking without my walker in the house. I do not do that outside of the house. My doctor advised against it. But I am walking around in the house without it. So, and doing pretty good with that. It hurts a bit today. I just finished my exercises about an hour or so ago. And so, you know, a little bit of challenging some of those exercises. So, but it's doing quite well, Anita. Thank you for asking. So anyway, Kimberly, you're very welcome. I don't mind doing a shout out for my beading friends, especially when they're brand new starting a YouTube channel, because hey, it's not easy. It really isn't. A lot of people think it probably is, but it's not. So it takes a bit. For instance, I went up to 1,000 pretty quick. I think it took me 3 or 4 months, maybe a little longer than that. But anyway, I'm now hit a little over 2,000, and that's about where I'm at. It hasn't really moved that much since then. So, you know, we have our, you know, it goes in little spurts. So, but I'm very happy with how I'm doing. So I'm going to unwrap this. We got a gray package. Usually the gray packet, the little bag tells us, it gives us some ideas. I will admit I saw the sneak peek that Lauren put on, so I do know what some of these things in here are. But let's check out what it says about the collection here. Icy Frosted Gem. Oh, this is called Ice Cream Shop. Icy frosted gems in cherry pink quartz and minty green kiwi jasper combined with cone-shaped caps for lots of fun ice cream design options. We love the cool, refreshing color palette with red crystal rounds as the cherry on top. Agate, peace jade, and rose quartz gemstones, silver-toned findings, and 3 extra bonus items complete the collection. Then, of course, our next item listed is our coupon, our 30% off coupon for anybody who subscribes to their sister store, Beadbox Bargains. And you can use this coupon as many times as you want. I'm not going to, of course, tell you what it is, because if you're not a subscriber, you're supposed to be in order to use the coupon. The next thing listed is that they have a contest at their Facebook page, Bargain Beadbox Creative Corner, where you post the pictures of the things you make per month. You get entered into a contest, and you could win a $50 gift certificate to Beadbox Bargains, which is always a cool thing. And then also, If you have a problem with your box, you can contact them at support@bargainbeadbox.com. And I got to tell you, they have got one of the best support teams I have ever worked with. If you have any kind of problem, I had a bent frame on one of my pendants once, got a new one. I had a chip out of one of my pendants, got a new one. They're wonderful that way. So anyway, let's turn down and see what we've got here. And as we do so, we'll put things in our box. Even though, well, there's 21 pieces and my box is an 18-piece box, so we will probably have to put a few items together. Well, actually, it says it includes 3 bonus items of resin popsicles, tube bells, and head pins. So there's going to be a lot of putting together here, it looks like. So let's turn down and we'll open up all these wonderful things and put them in the box as we go along. So here we go. I'm going to flip you all up. There's our box, all ready to have stuff put in it. And here's our list. Now these are numbered, so if we find them and want the, I'm not going to do them by number because quite frankly, I'm not going to dump it. I'm just going to pull them out 1 or 2 at a time. This one is number 3. It says it's 8 millimeters of kiwi jasper matte round beads, 15 inches for $16.99. Now I tend to pull off these little labels and drop them in the slot where these are going to go, and then pull our beads out. Now I could yeah, these are a matte bead. I'm not fond of a matte bead, but I have never had kiwi jasper before, I don't think. They're pretty cool looking. It's got little silver flecks in it. Different. New stone for me. Oh, stay in there. I may have to cut you, but we'll see. Let's see. Here's number 5. Well, you know, these are all labeled, so I think we can put our list here away to the side so it's not in our way as we put these in the bin. Number 5 is a 6 millimeter piece jade, quartz and serpentine round beads, 15 inches. Manufacturer's retail price is $4.99. Now, I like the fact that they give us the manufacturer's retail price, but if you get onto the website after, into Beadbox Bargains, after they release the extras, if there's extras in there, 3/4 of the time, well, probably even more than that, the beads are not the same price. They're a lot lower price than the manufacturer's retail price, so that's always nice. So what have we got next in here? I'm going for the beads as much as anything because they'll be the ones that I won't want to bunch together. This is number 7, 6 millimeter of crackle glass round beads in frosted mint, 15 inches, manufactured retail price $4.99. Number 7 would be here. Go in there. Okay. Now, one thing I will warn you of, if you use crackle beads, you do have to be careful of them. I got one loose because they'll break easier than other beads will. Because the crackle is actually real, honest to God, cracks in your beads, and they can break relatively easy on those cracks. So that is one thing to think about as you are using them. This is number 8, 4 millimeter crystal fasted round beads, cherry red, 12 inches, manufactured retail price is $3.99. This, I think, is the one they said was supposed to be the cherry on top. next bead, well, this is a larger bead. It's pretty. This is number 4, our slot here. 10 millimeters of firecrackle agate, dyed and heated, semi-matte round bead, 7 inches, $7.99 is the manufacturer's retail price. Now, I'm not sure what they mean by semi-matte. I guess, well, that one looks matte. This one does not look matte. This one does not look matte. Huh. Looks like where it's got the matrix, the yellow, this is right here, is where it gets matte. And then where it's not, where the agate is really showing through that, is where it is not matte. So that's pretty interesting. Again, one I haven't seen one like that before. Here is number 6. It's 8 millimeter rose quartz English cut round beads, 7.5 inches, for $7.99 for the manufacturer's retail price. Now, these look really bright pink, but they also have a pink string in them. So I don't know that they'll stay pink, that bright of a pink, when they lose their pink string. However, if I'm just going to string these and I'm not using them in like with wires or anything like that, pink. I will use my pink soft flex with them to give them that bright pink color. So that's spot 6. See, we have some more beads here. I want the beads first, so we'll grab this next package out. This says it's number 2, cherry pink quartz dyed round beads, 8 millimeter matte, 15 inches, for $6.99. Again, a matte bead. I'm not fond of matte. I always think they look dirty, but looks like we got mostly matte, at least half matte here, the things we've got. This is a pretty color. I do like this soft pink. I think they were probably going for strawberry ice cream because that's sort of the color of strawberry ice cream, you know, without the strawberry chunks, but that's what it looks like to me anyway. You're going to go in there. It says, no, I'm not. See what we got here. Oh, these are the flower caps they were talking about. 10 pieces of 12 by 8 millimeter flower, scoop flower beads, pink ombre, $1.99 for the 10. Number 19, it'll wait. Oh, this must be the bonus 2-piece 41 by 14.5 millimeter resin popsicle pendants. Now, these are cute, but they're not really, you know, you could use them for a pair of earrings. They would make a cute pair of earrings. And just hang them just by themselves on an ear wire for a pair of earrings. So I'm going to leave these ones in their packaging. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'll pull this off, and we're going to put it in slot 1. Slot 1 is supposedly a pendant. We haven't come across it yet. Or maybe we'll just put it over here in 18, and we'll just have all the bonus things go here in slot 18. The other thing you could do with these little guys is if you wanted to make a really simple necklace, you could string these on either some rayon cord or some leather and make a really cute little simple necklace. Hey, Heather. Good that you could make it. Good morning, Sid. So next, let's see what we've got. Now, I think this is another one of our bonus things, but maybe not. Let's see. No, it's number 10. 2 pieces of enameled ice cream cone charms in matte silver, $2.49. Again, these would make really cute little earrings with maybe a few beads above it. I am going to put these in slot 1 since this is a regular item. And we'll put it in slot 1 along with the pendant whenever we dig that out. So 2 little ice cream cones. There, oh, I forgot to give their retail price, didn't I? 2-piece enameled ice cream cone charms in matte silver, $2.49 for the pair. Is the manufactured retail price. Those are cute little things. Oh, I think I just saw the pendant. 50 by 28 millimeter rose quartz and brass pendant, lead-free, cadmium-free, $6.99 is its retail price. Oh, come on, sticker, come off of there. And we will put that in with the little ice cream cones we just did here. Oh, I like this pendant. It's very pretty. I like that a lot. Of course, I hate this bail. It's one of those little ones that squish. You can take it almost right off, and I'm going to. I've never been fond of this style of bail. Now, if it's a soldered one, I would have left it on, but it's not. So into the trash with you. But I really, really like this pendant. So I'm definitely going to use this. Actually, we got a whole bunch of pretty pinks and things in our Softlex kit. I may mix these 2 kits together to make a necklace from this and some of the things, and the rose quartz and some of the things from my Softlex kit. Never can tell. So let's see what else we have here. $17, $15, $14. Looks like we got all kinds of silver findings in here. There's some head pins. I will put those up in my head pin cabinet. Number 11 is a little set of cherries. I think they might go in with this one as well. So let's see what else we have here. This is a bonus. There's some bails. Could use one of these with our big pendant here if we wanted to, but I don't know that I will. So let's see what all we have here. A spoon. Oh, that's cute. Now, obviously, since I only have 18 spots, we're not going to get everything into our box. So let's see what we've got here. See, that would be 6, 12, 14. 19 is over the top. This is bonus. 21. Boy, we got lots of things this time. 12. 13. 20. Way over here. 15. Be 17. That'd be 18. This is 16. But I have 2 holes here because I've put things in various spots. So we're going to put our cherries. This is number 11, a 16 by 9.5 millimeter platinum plated brass cherry charm, $2.49. I think this one may end up being a charm on a bracelet, since it's pretty much by itself. It's a cute little set of cherries. I may see if I can add some paint to it just to give it some color with some little green stems and leaf and then some red cherry. We'll see what I decide to do. So obviously we can move these up in our, you know what, let's bring the cherries back over here because we have a spoon here and so we can put the cherries and this spoon together. He's supposed to be number 12. So little tiny, it's a little spoon. It's cute. Again, this is a pinch bell, though this pinch bell seems to be a little better than the other one. It's a cute little tiny spoon. You know, you could take the spoon and those little ice cream cones aren't very big. You could make an ice cream cone and put it on a necklace with this little spoon beside it. So it, or even like if you could find something that would make a cute dish, that would make a really cute little necklace, just a little fanciful type of thing. Yeah, you wish there would have been more, you know, 2 of the cherries. Yeah, that would have been good. So next would be number 13, which is over here. And this is 10 grams of 8.5 by 11 millimeter cone bead caps, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free for $2.99 as their manufactured retail price. I'm not sure if I said what that little spoon was. I can see from where I'm at that it was $3.99 for its manufactured retail price. Now, I know probably more than one person has taken one of these and taken and inverted a flower onto the top of it. You know, like so, to make an ice cream cone. Now, if I were to do that, and I'd probably put the little cherry on top too, this might be where I'd also hang the spoon beside it. Or maybe one of the cherries. We'd have to give it some thought. So now we're at number 14. This is 30 pieces of 6 millimeter flower bead cap, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, retail price $1.99. And I have some of these little flower caps. They're very pretty little flower caps. I like them a lot. If I don't use these all up in projects, they will probably get added to, oh, they're added to the floor is where they're added to because I just dumped them all. So we'll have to get those up later. Butterfingers. Number 15 is 10 grams of 8 by 7.5 cone bead caps, lead-free, cadmium-free. It does not say nickel-free on this one. So if you are have a metal allergy, you will have to be careful of this particular one. $2.99 for the 10 grams. Go in here. Another one that will work for using for making ice cream cones if you wanted to. Then we have number 16 is 20 pieces of 8 millimeter swirled bead cap, lead-free, cadmium-free. Again, this one does not say nickel-free, so you'll have to be careful of that. $2.99 for the 20 pieces of bead caps. And these are cute little bead cap here. See, it's got little swirls. Number 17 is 10 pieces of 14.5 by 13 millimeter chandelier findings. $1.99 retail price. These are nickel-free, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. And there are 10 pieces of these. Now, these are nice little chandeliers. You can use these to make earrings or You can use them for multi-strand bracelets or necklaces. Let me put these in here so I don't drop them all over the floor too. And so these have 3 holes, so they're great for a 3-hole bracelet. Now, or necklace. Now, if you wanted to, you could just make one design in the middle here and then put chain looping around from there to there. I'll show you what I mean. Let's grab this little ice cream cone. No, not you, crackle beads. Ice cream cone. You could take this little guy. Come on, Rose, get your fingers right. Well, he doesn't want to become an earring, apparently, because he keeps running away from me here. So we can hang him from the middle here. Let's put it in my hand so I can show you what I mean. Then you could hang him from the middle and then take chain all the way around to make a little decorative piece. This is number 19. Where's 18? This is bonus. This is 18. 18 is 100 pieces of 3.2 round spacer beads, lead-free, nickel-free, $1.99. Now, these are ball spacers, and they're always nice to have. We will put these in here. Regular $1.99 for the 100 of those babies. I love ball spacers. They're very versatile. You can use them about anywhere. You can put them with other spacers. So, something to... Now, for number 19, we have 20 pieces of 8mm rhinestone spacer beads in crystal AB, $2.99. So... put those in here. I love a crystal spacer bead. They're very pretty. They got lots of shimmer and shine to them. See that? Right in, even in my hand, they're just shining all over the place. I think they're gorgeous. I love a crystal spacer. So that's filled all the regular bins, and now we have a bonus of 10 pieces of 7 by 8mm tube bales. Then we have a number 20 is some chain, stainless steel curb chain, 1 meter, regular price $3.99. And we have number 21 is 4 sets of ornate round toggle clasps for $2.99. Pull those out. So there's the toggle clasps. They have a really pretty end here. So there's 4 sets of those. Come on, baby. Now I'm trying to decide what, if anything, I want to mix here, because let's face it, we've got 3 extra packages here. I think we may take these guys and we'll put them with the other ice cream cones. I'm pretty sure the first thing I'm going to use out of this is that pendant, so it'll go away anyway. We've got, well, that's the little caps I dropped on the floor. We'll get those in pretty soon. We have some chain and the toggles. I think I'm just going to leave the chain and the toggles in here together with no problem. And then the bales here. So it's a question of where do we want to put this in the box. And I'm actually thinking I might take my cones and mix them together. I can see, you know, that there are 2 different kinds of cones, so that's fine. Oops, one more still in there. And we'll put our bails, even though they are an extra, in this slot up here. Now I probably won't use this style of bail for my pendant when I make it, whatever I make with it, because it's a lot more ornate, and that's a pretty, when it comes right down to it, it's a pretty bail, but it's not very fancy. Though it would work, but I probably will put a fancier bail on this beautiful pendant. I really, really like this pendant. I can see it going, like I said, with our English cut rose quartz. Now see the difference in the color of the rose quartz? This is very light compared to this, and a lot of this is because of that pink string inside there. The toggles are very pretty, Leanna, I agree. So we're going to put our pendant back, and we'll put our rose quartz back in here. I am going to have to clean the floor to get my beads here off the floor. But we have all kinds of wonderful, pretty things in here. In fact, since I am just putting the chain and toggles in here, I am going to pull it off and put them in separately. This chain is 4 by 3 millimeter stainless steel curb chain, 1 meter for $3.99. And then, of course, we have the ornate toggles. Which is 4 sets of the ornate round toggles, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, for $2.99 is their retail price. So, come on, little label, come off there. I really love the fact that Bargain Beadbox and Beadbox Bargains use these labels that can be removed, because it really is nice to have that down in there. And that way, if you find that the price from Beadbox Bargains is a different price than this price they have on here, you can always write it on that little label too, so that you know when you're doing anything that those are easily not the price you want them to be on. And I sometimes will take, like when these beads do this, I'll sometimes take them and I'll count them. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 46 beads. So we'll take our label here, and I'll put in parentheses, so I know that it's the count for the beads, 46. And that way, when I price them, I know there's 46 beads for that $6.99. And then I'll just cut these loose and put them in the box so they don't take up all the space hanging out like that. But I don't lose the count. If I make anything, I know exactly what the count is, so that when I price it, I have the proper price. Now, even though these are matte beads, and I'm not fond of matte beads, these are a really different bead. I haven't ever had this bead before, I don't think. So, so I'm going to use it somehow. It does sort of remind me of mint chocolate chip ice cream, and that might be why they chose that particular one. Oh, you're working with it already, Leanna. That's great. Hi, Debbie. Didn't see you come in. Sorry I missed you. Hi, Leanna. Yeah, less extra pieces. Yeah, that's true. You know, some of the extras are nice, like this, like these bells. I always like it to have a good bail, so that's nice to have. What were the other extras? I know one of the extras was these little head pins. Now these are little. I'm not wouldn't put more than a few beads on here because I always tend to try and wrap mine, so I wouldn't be able to put more than, an inch worth of beads on here because these look to be 2-inch. 22 gauge 50 millimeter. Yeah, I think these are 2-inch. But they might not even be 2-inch, so I take it you haven't got your box yet, Kimberly? Yeah. And you've started working with your box, Leanna. Wow. Oh, and Charlie has gotten hers. It showed up. That's great. Kimberly, I had just got my notification that they mailed my box, and it came the very day that my notification came. So you can't really depend on that notification very well. So these are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 47, unless I counted wrong. So like I said, I think this one reminds me of strawberry ice cream. This one reminds me of mint chocolate chip, or maybe spumoni. This one's definitely mint. But I think that, well, of course they were going for ice cream because they called this ice cream sundae. So it's an interesting box. It's got some really pretty beads in it. Some of them I will, the pendant, this pendant is not ice cream oriented at all, if you ask me. Well, unless they were thinking of this is the cone and this is the ice cream above it, which is possible. But I love this pendant. I think it's gorgeous. But now these are really pretty. These are cute, and they, like I said, they'll make either cute earrings or cute leather or like if you wanted to put it on rat tail or something, really simple little summery necklace. You could even put it on like a silver chain if you wanted to do that. But, that's a simple little summer necklace, I suppose. It's not something I would wear, but I do know that teenagers and such might. Or, like I said, you could just put them on an ear wire. They make a really simple earring. So that's a thought if that's what you want to do. Same with these tiny little ice cream cones. They make cute little earrings. Like I said, you could hang them on the chandelier and just put a layer of chain around if you wanted to do that. I hadn't noticed there's a little heart right there in the pink there at the top. That's sort of cute. So some ideas and all kinds of pretties in here. We have 2 ice cream cone or 2 bead caps. I do love a bead cap, so this is nice. Now another thing, this is, I like this shape of bead caps when I'm making beaded tassels, but this one you'd have to be, you couldn't put a lot of strands of beads inside unless you used some really tiny beads. Well, sort of like the ones I got yesterday from Brandy Michelle Designs. Those tiny little beads would make that would make a cute little beaded tassel. So anyway, there is our box. like I say, I think that the little cherries would look cute as a dangle off of a bracelet. Um, say maybe even a 2-strand or 3-strand bracelet, since we do have our chandeliers here. You could bring it down to a ring um, for the ending, and then hang our little cherries right on the ring. That would be cute. Um, all kinds of ideas for this kit. Um, I'm not sure. Like I say, some of them would make a cute little. You could make a cute little ice cream cone with using these flower tops, um, if that is your desire. Um, I suspect a lot of people are going to be making ice cream cones, so that's one thing you need to think about. Do you want to make a lot of the same stuff? I'm not really a lot of the same stuff kind of person, so I'm not sure if I would do that or not. Um, but I do see. I don't think this English cut works for ice cream. See what I mean, though, when I just pulled these off of the pink thread? How much brighter they were on the pink thread. Now they are more the same color as our ice cream, as our pendant is. So, yes, those would be cute for a fun bookmark. Your notification came 2 days after it was delivered, Terry? Yeah, that's the thing. My notification came the day it was delivered. I just got the notification. I thought, okay, it's coming. And that day in the mail, it showed up. So, your goal is to not make ice cream with your box, Kimberly? Yeah. Yeah. Same. I'm not really much into ice cream. Of course, obviously, there are some things, are not into making ice cream cones so much. Obviously, there are some things that are going to have to be ice cream. The little, the little popsicle sticks and little ice cream cones that are already made as ice cream. You can't get away from those. But we definitely can not do some of the things that, you know, that everybody's going to do. Ooh, ooh. Oh, there it is over to the side. I was going to say, ooh, your little label's gone. But what did they call these? Peace jade. I have to make a phone call after a bit because I missed a call yesterday from my physical therapy place. They've got a program where um, you have a person assigned to you to sort of help you keep track of how well you're doing as far as your exercises and things are concerned. So I need to contact them because I missed the call for that one. So I need to get hold of them so that we can get that set up. Um, I'm not sure how much I care because I always do them myself anyway, so. And I'm not sure exactly how they mean to go about things, so we'll see. So anyway, like I said, we're pulling the beads off, putting the amount in. What is... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Ice cream charms are cute and would be adorable on a charm bracelet or a necklace. Code 4, I don't know what this bead is. Yeah. I've, yeah. Some of these beads they have in here I have never seen before. And I'm like, whoa, what are these? So they call this Peace Jade. This one was, I can't remember what they called that one. Where's your paper? Some kind of jasper, I think, if I remember right. Yeah. Kiwi jasper. It's interesting. Every time I turn around, there seems to be a new jasper. So those two beads are new to me. I haven't seen them before. Not that I can recall, anyway. So it's sort of interesting. This one, of course, we've seen before. It's just not usually matte. But since they were going for a strawberry theme, I'm sure cherry pink quartz. I'm sure that's what they were, why it's matte. There's not much shiny ice cream, I guess, unless it's half melted. So, yeah. It's an interesting box. Lots of thoughts. Definitely can go for ice cream things, obviously. But your goal is to eat ice cream while using your box? Kiwi jasper you've used before, Charlie, but you're not familiar with Peace Jade either. Yeah, I've not seen either of those before. So it's yeah, it's different. So hey Angel, you made it. We haven't seen you much since you got your new job. So we have our box here, all filled in with all the goodies. Well, except for the goodies I dropped on the floor. We need to break these strands up here still. And like I say, I think I'm going to take the pendant and the English cut rose quartz. I'm going to just take them out of here. They're going to go out. And I'm going to mix them with, here, I'll show you. If you don't get Soft Flex, this is Surf's Up. No, this is not Surf's Up. This is Fabulous Flamingo. But anyway, they have these beads came in here, and look at these pink ones. They're not rose quartz, they're pink crystals, but oh, will they match really good with this. So I could just sort of flex my creativity and bring the pendant, the rose quartz here, and some of the pieces from this kit together and combine them together to make something with this. So that would be a sort of combo bargain bead box soft flex doings there. So, you know, if you guys were on Randy's channel this morning, remember she showed you the flamingo beads, and I was like, it looks just like the paper that the Fabulous Flamingo was wrapped in. Check it out. Doesn't it look just the same? From Google, Peace Jade. Despite its name, it isn't actually a type of jade. I didn't think so, because very few of the jades they call jades nowadays are jade. It's a combination of white quartz, green serpentine, and lavender stitchite. Interesting. So anyway, I when she pulled those flamingo beads out, I was like, oh look, those beads are the same as the flamingo paper that the fabulous flamingo from Softlex was wrapped in. So I thought that was pretty funny. But anyway, this is the fabulous flamingo kit, and I seriously think I can mix some of these together with some of these to make a really stunning necklace out of that pink pendant. And as far as these, let's see, what colors did I actually get? Turquoise, silver, brown, blue. I'm not sure there's a color that I would like for my ice cream here. Maybe the brown. But see, you could just take the rat tail and just make a little cute little necklace. Using these. But like I say, they are so light, you could easily make those into earrings. And all you need to do is put an ear wire on them. And I'm sure that's going to be the case with most people who do these. They're probably just going to put a ear wire on these and leave them as that. Okay. But they are cute. But like I said, if you're going to do ice cream cones, that's a simple matter, really simple. Let's get one of those beads out. I'll show you. So we just take a wire here. I think we're going to go with this cone here because it's got a smaller hole down at the bottom than the other one does. And it's probably gonna, yeah, it stays on. Then let's have some mint. Go onto the, like so. And heck, do we want to have a double cone and have strawberry with our mint? We could do that. There we go. And then we could put a cherry on top. I gotta cut these beads to put the cherry on top. See how easy that is just to make a little ice cream cone? It's just a couple of the beads. But I'm not sure I care. Use the pink bead cap as a topping. This guy, this is actually a flower, but it would work also really well as a sorry about the notifications. They're coming in from my family. My mom had to have surgery because they found some skin cancer. So, we go with the cone again, and let's have some, oop, now see that one fell right off. And so sometimes, even though these are great for cones, see they have a much bigger hole down here at the bottom, those ones did. And even though I was using this one, which is the same one I used before that did not go through. Okay, now this one's not going through. That's cool. So anyway, we can have some mint. ice cream here. Go on there. Bing. And then we'll have some strawberry over the top. If we can find the hole. There it is. And now we have some strawberry over the top of our mint, or you could just do, forget the mint, and this has got a tiny hole in this flower. I think it might have not got drilled perfect, but that's all right. Now we just have a strawberry cone. Of course, though you got to be problematic. See this? It's sliding to this side. It doesn't want to sit straight on here. So if you're going to do this, put one of the smaller beads underneath. Go down in there. Now that didn't go as far as I was hoping it would, because what I wanted it to do, so we probably need a smaller bead yet, is to go down enough so that it's down in the cap more or less, but it'll keep the flower from going to side like it was doing. So that is something you got to think about. If you're making ice cream cones, this one is really cool on the top, but it will slide because of its shape. So that's one thing to think about when you're doing those. You don't care for the popsicle sticks, Leanna? No, they're sort of boring. You want to use them to make a mold. Well, you could. They're just rubber, it looks like. Larger bead, so it's strawberry drizzle. Yeah, and even if you wanted to do it that way, you could use it. Come on, you. Come here. You could use it, get the right kind out, because like I said, the one style has a very large hole, and this bead will fall right off. You could take the strawberry one that I said looked like strawberry ice cream, and put it on the bottom. Now see, they will go into the bead cap, and that's why these are handy, because it won't let the bead cap wiggle around. Whereas the flower does, because it doesn't have a straight kind of bottom on it. So then we put the flower, or in this case drizzled strawberry ice cream, over the top of our other ice cream, and we have this cute little cone. Now, if you do want to use these other bead cones for ice cream, you're going to have to put something at the bottom. It will not hold with this, because it's going to go straight through that hole. I think even maybe one of these, the ball spacers, might go straight through that hole. Let's check it out and find out. Okay, now we put the ball spacer on the bottom as some more. And then we'll put this over the top. Okay, the ball spacer will hold the bigger hold bead cap in place. So there you go. If you want to use these kind for the ice cream cone, you do need to like have the ball spacer down below to hold it on onto your wire. So anyway, there is our kit. I think it's I will truthfully say it isn't something I would have envisioned, and I would have probably normally gotten this kind of things. They're not really my cup of tea. Number one, these two are matte. This one's half matte. And I'm not really, really fond of matte beads. They're just not my thing. Yeah, exactly. You need to check your ball head to make sure it's not going to go through the holes. Like that first one I did, it went through. So, and if it does, and you want to use, and I actually put it on and sometimes give a little tug to make sure that it's not going to come loose later, because a lot of times, you put your beads on, and then when you do your wrap, because it's tightening those up, it just slides. Then is when it slides off, and in the meantime it doesn't look like it's going to. But if you don't test it, if you don't pull on it or give it some kind of pressure up at the top, and that hole is so close in size, it could go right through. And if you're not so you really do need to check for that kind of thing. Now, like I said, I am thinking of making a 3-hole bracelet. If we do, we're going to use these, and we'll use the cherry as well. And unless, of course, I decide, like I said, if I can find something to make a little bowl of ice cream, or maybe we could just use the ice cream cone too, I might put the spoon and the cherry along with a little ice cream cone on a simple necklace to make just a really simple little necklace. But I'm leaning towards taking this cherry and putting it onto a ring on a bracelet as a dangle. So, that's what I'm thinking about doing. So, like I say, I'm afraid I'm not a matte bead person. These I'm more likely to use than these. I know some people really love matte beads, and that's great. That's a wonderful thing. But to me, they always feel like they're dirty. I mean, I want to take my cloth and try and clean them. So, but it sounds like they got my mom's skin cancer out all right. It was on the side of her face, really close to one of her eyes, and that was one of the problems. Yeah, ice cream isn't really shiny. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably why they use the matte beads. 5, 10, 15, 19. That's an odd number. 15. Yeah, that's what it is, 19. So, okay. Do you want your spoons? You got 2 spoons? How'd you manage to get 2 spoons, Charlie? They get an extra one. Every once in a while, you get an extra one. I got. What did I get extra the other day? I did get something extra, but I can't remember what it was. I have to think that sometimes when they're grabbing them out, when they go down the line, I'm sure they do it sort of like a, what do you call it, conveyor line or whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure they probably just grab one out of each box or whatever, and then sometimes they double because they got stuck together. You get 2 boxes, Charlie. Got it. I got it. Understood. I'm sure they did, Terry, went for the matte because ice cream is not generally shiny. Um, but you know, I have ideas. We'll see what I decide to do. Um, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, to be truthful with you. I am sort of leaning, since we got 10 of the chandeliers, towards the idea. I said, well, let's pull one out and we'll move the box so that we can see what we're doing here, or you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just make it up real quick. Take these and this, hang you right here. Chain coming. Stay there. So then take the chain and just, where are you? Right here. And it would just slide around like so. And we just make a tiny little decoration. Though I don't know, those rings are pretty darn close. I'm not sure the ice cream cone is gonna float in there the way I want, but it would be like this. Pretty simple. You love the pink matte beads. So anyway, so that would make a very, very simple earring, but very simple to make, but really cute little thing. You could also dangle a bead here or put one up here if you chose, or even put this on a little bit of a bead strand. Though I don't know how much you'd want to do that. But would be pretty simple to make if you're just gonna, and all you would have to do is cut your chain, get some jump rings, and hook it all together, and you'd have it. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and do it? It would be simple. So since we all are sort of small, I'll get my, wow, fell out. Oh, that was some of my family stuff again. My mom is going to be 95 in just a couple of weeks, so we tend to get a little worried about her when things are going on because, well, she's 95. So these little ice cream cones are going to, I notice, hang a little bit sideways because of the way they're designed. Come on, you, go over here so this can come in here. Oh, you're a stubborn bugger. Okay, I'm going to need to open this just a little more. Come on, you. Go over here. There we go. So here's our little ice cream cone hanging right there. So now I'm going to take one and I'm just going to hook some chain on this one side. Doesn't matter which side, just one or the other. Then hook the chain on. This is falling sideways. Doesn't want to fall quite the way I want it to, but that's all right. We can get it. go. Oops, I thought so. I guess not. I may want to put the chain on first. Sometimes you have to put one thing on first or it's not going to work. So let's see how big of a difference that made. But this little chandelier is trying to fall sideways on me, so I'm going to have to be careful. So now we've got our chain hanging down beside here. So then we're just going to bring it up. See how big of a chain we need to hook it up here. And about right here, I think. So we'll get our clippers out and cut this chain right here. This is a tough little chain. It might be stainless steel. Doesn't want to cut real easily. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chain that I've got hanging down here now, and I'm going to count my links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 links of chain. So we want that for the other side too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we want to cut that right there. Let's recount to make sure we got it right. 12, 13, 14. And my father was a carpenter, and he used to always say, measure once, twice, cut once. So that is something that's been drilled into me since I was a small child. Always re-verify what you're doing. So now our chain can be put away, and we've got our other little ice cream cone to go. But first, of course, we want to hook our other side of our chain up here on our little ice cream cone here. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this ice cream cone and then make a series of ice cream cones across here if you want. But the chandelier is thin, so you got to remember that you might want to consider, if you do more than one piece here, that this chandelier is not going to give you a lot of working space. Or hanging space either, for that matter. Because see, even with the chain in here, and I didn't put a big chain in here, the little ice cream cone is bumping our chain. There we go. Now, if I put these ear wires on here, because this is going in two different directions, our holes, it's going to need two jump rings to put it together. Okay, I see we're changing. We're playing bead going to other places. Let's just switch them up. And that's great. So anyway, here's our little ice cream cone. And it's a small earring by my standards, but I think it's cute. It will be a cute earring. So like I said, because this has got the holes in separate directions, and I'm sure you just noticed that I checked my ear wires to make sure they were both still working, because they have a spring in the lever backs that can break, and then it will either not open or worth crap because it's too tight of a spring, or the other thing is that it might just open and stay open, and that is not something you want for your earrings, for it to stay open. That's a good way to lose them. So there's our one little ice cream earring. So very simple. I'm going to need a couple more jump rings, looks like. Oop. Well, Hector, come on, baby. Don't you want to become a pretty little ear? Guess not. Come on, I know you'll go on. Your buddy did. There we go. Oop. Now, let's face it. These are not a pair of earrings I would wear. They're too small. I like a big earring. I'm one of those go big or go home people. And so this earring would not work for me, but I know a lot of people that would rather have something small like this than something really big. So now see, the chandelier's trying to get in my way right here. It's falling and it doesn't want me to close the jump ring. So I have to convince it that it really does want me to. There we go. Now we just need to put our ear wire on and we'll be all done with this little earring. Pair of little earrings. Simple thing to do with your chandeliers and ice cream cones if you so desire. Whoop. Now that was not very well behaved. Come here. Guess I need to open you a little bit more. You don't want to go on. There we go. There we go. There's our little pair of ice cream cone and chandelier earrings. All done. So, see, not hard, just have to, very simple little pair of earrings. So, like I said, little guys, whoo, boy, I got the dropsies today, don't I? Oh, they do, sort of, don't they? So anyway, there is our little, come on, there we go, our little ice cream cone with a little chain on the chandelier. Very simple, but they're a short little earring for anybody who prefers something short. So, cute little guys. So anyway, I'm going to go. We've been on for almost an hour and a half, made our little earrings and opened up our box and talked about all kinds of ideas. I hope it was helpful to some folks making theirs. So anyway, we're going to go for the day, and I'll see. Well, I'll see the members Thursday afternoon and everybody else on Friday morning for the lives, and I'll have recorded lives for you for tomorrow and Thursday morning. So we'll see you all later. I hope you had a lovely time with me. I liked having you all here with me, and we'll see you later. Oh, hi, Georgina. I didn't even see you pop in. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll see you all later, and hope you have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.